Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is June 30th, 2023, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Nasdaq 100 on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendations here. This is just a quick look at the market and see where we're at now. Please check with us and get educated. Uh, Check with your financial advisor, check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. Let's go ahead and right quick. As you can see, the Nasdaq is still being my bull, even though it's nearing the top. It is at a top on the weekly chart. It is forming a bullish engulfing, but last week it was forming a bearish Arami. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at these charts and see what I see and wrap this on up. Starting off here with a quarterly chart. Let me move this out of the way and zoom in a little bit here on the quarterly chart. What I'm looking at, as always, I'm looking at pivots, and we got above right. We finished this quarter off. I do believe this is at the end of the quarter. We finished this quarter off above an R1 level on a yearly pivot. So now the question is, will this thing actually zoom way up here to an R2 pivot on a yearly pivot, actually break this top and go higher? That's what I think can happen, but we have to kind of like wait and see. That's the long, big picture that some people say I don't look at. But I know we got to cross this high right here in order to get there. But now that we actually closed the quarter above an R1 level, the next target is this R2 level. So let's just kind of wait and see what happens there. Let's go ahead and take a look at a monthly chart right quick here. Let me see. I changed this up a little bit, and my computer screwed up on me. I don't know if I had mentioned that last time, but I think I got everything straightened out. I'm just doing things a little bit different. Zoom in here on the monthly chart with quarterly pivots. And I know some people like seeing that, want to know what's going on, as you can see there, right there. And see here on, again, finishing the quarter on the monthly chart. Like I always been saying, the Nasdaq is my bull. One guy questioned me about that also. I say, just look at the chart. That's all I'm doing is just looking at the chart. And based on what I see at the chart now has closed above an R2 level on the quarterly pivots. Like I said, we already crossed an R1 on the yearly pivots, and the market very seldom goes to an R3 level without bouncing back like it did right there. So that's the only thing that I'm kind of concerned about. When we do get to this top, will we be able to break this top, or this R3 level is going to act as a resistance point? Everybody's going to see it, and we're going to get a pretty good sell-off at that point. But until then, I'm still bullish on the Nasdaq. It's actually getting above these highs right here. I did expect a little slowdown like we're getting right now, but let's see if we can push forward. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the weekly charts and see what we see there. Style, low, style, weekly. Boom. And on the weekly chart, as you can see, on the weekly chart is where I was saying this stochastic has been up here at this top and really high. The Nasdaq, the Qs are actually getting where it's really pretty extended, but it informed. Let me zoom in here a little bit where you can see what I'm seeing. Maybe if you're not used to looking at this stuff. Last week we had a bearish Harami. This week we have a bullish engulfing at a top, though. So it's not in the right location. The bearish pattern was more in the right location, but that was completely nulled out on this weekly chart, and this market is still looking like it wants to push higher, and that's just what I see. Even though the stochastic is already up here, all I'm doing is selling covered calls on my positions every time it pops. I'm not the type who's going to be buying. I haven't gotten to the point where I can buy the put also, but I will sell covered calls on my positions and that's about it. Because I'm willing, if it does go, I don't mind selling a put to get back in, or buying the stock outright. But let's go ahead and take a quick look. Enough to talk about that. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the daily chart and see what we see there. And low style, low daily. And on the daily chart, what happened this week, let's just look at here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On this first day here, and looking at the big picture on the weekly picture, seeing that we had that bearish pattern, That first day, you was almost ready to do the happy man dance, thinking this thing was going to actually drop. Then the next day, you got a piercing pattern, a bullish piercing pattern after a drop. It's kind of like shut those puts down, get out of those bearish positions, take those calls that I sold off, and see where this market is going to go. And then today we actually even got a gap up to get over this little level here and get over my little moving average. That's the 10 moving average that's on this chart. And that's why I'm saying now we're looking on the daily chart. We can see that we got this high right here next week that we're going to have to try to get above and see what's going to happen there. And I was telling my friend we're going to probably end up getting another where this market starts gapping like we've seen before, where it reverses and it gaps, and all on the way up to get above these points where we need to get through with all that bearish stuff on to the left. But that's it. That's all I really want to share here on the Nasdaq. Like I say, I think I do still see us going higher, just mainly based here on this weekly pattern that I'm seeing. So that's just what I see. Again, I hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend here in the United States. Have a happy 4th, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.